Hey everybody, I'm Bobby.
And I'm Tyler.
And this is the road to Gen Con. Now, we are a couple of self-proclaimed nerds who have never been to a gaming convention before, as crazy as that sounds. So we decided to take it upon ourselves to document our journey from start to finish.
And we figured there's got to be more people out there like us. So we're enlisting the help of you experienced congoers to show us how it's done.
That is right. And today, Tyler, we are filming this episode for the second time because technomancers decided to use their technomantic powers to destroy all of our footage. Really, I erased it. It was an accident. So let's recap what we talked about last month, Tyler. What did we talk about?
Yeah, so last month was all about travel and lodging, how we're getting there, where we're going to stay, in the housing block, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so we talked a little bit about how we're going to be getting there. We're going to be driving. We did talk about some tips that you can take if you're going to be flying. We decided on the hotel we're going to be staying at. We also gave some tips to people on what they can do if they missed the housing block rush for Gen Con, how they can get some housing. Also some stuff about parking.
Mm-hmm. So. Right, yeah, how to find parking. So, Bobby, we got some responses from our video last week, giving us some more, tips and some things to look out for.
See, Michael Johnson, last time we had the question of why is it that such an explosive reaction to people wanting to make sure they get downtown hotels, right? He said that maybe part of that reason is that it's only just recently in the past couple of years that Gen Con has kind of exploded in attendance, and maybe some of the veteran Gen Con goers are more used to staying in downtown hotels, and so they're the ones who are really kind of like fighting for the downtown hotels. Who knows? Or maybe they just want to be close, just because you're hauling stuff back and forth.
Well, Bruceon had another theory about why people wanted to stay downtown, and that was because you might be having a little bit too much fun at Gen Con, and you might have a little bit too much alcohol, and you don't want to have to drive back to your hotel.
Right.
And so it'd be super convenient just to be able to walk across the street.
Uber is a new thing now. I mean, new thing. It's a big thing now. Yeah. So that's definitely something you can do. If you're going to be drinking, definitely consider Uber or some kind of taxi service. Don't drink and drive, kids. Last thing is Russell Z on Reddit gave us some advice. He said, knowing that we're going to be going to our first Gen Con, he said, maybe we should take it easy and not kind of like overdo it for our first con.
Right.
And I think that's good advice. And maybe anybody who's going to be conning for the first time, just take it easy. Just take in the sights and kind of go at a slow pace. Learn what you're doing. Don't get yourself overwhelmed. Well, Tyler, why don't we just jump right into the main portion of our show, talking about events and event tickets.
Yeah.
We have an extra special treat. Tyler, tell us, what did you go out and do, your special investigative reporting?
Yeah, so I got the chance to investigate and find this Gen Con insider who was willing to talk to me from an undisclosed location. And he was willing to give me all the secret tips and tricks and things that, most people don't know about Gen Con, and, that he does, to give us an insider look about what's going on.
All right, so let's roll that footage and check it out.
Hello, everybody. This is Tyler from Road to Gen Con. We have a special guest with us today. He's a Gen Con insider, and he's here to give us all of the tips and tricks and the secret things about Gen Con that you might not know. He's asked us to keep his identity a secret so that his fellow Gen Con insiders don't know that he's giving us these special tips and tricks. So, sir, since we don't want to give us your name, what should we call you?
Mister. Just call me Mister.
All right, Mister. So first of all, let's get into tickets. So how do you go about purchasing event tickets?
Well, the easiest way, and really the only guaranteed way to get an event ticket, is through the event registration portal on the Gen Con website. That doesn't open up until May 15th. Now, you can wait and get them when you go to the con, but then your event might be sold out. There's also what are called generic tickets, though. These are sort of like currency used around the con to get into events that you didn't really sign up for. Each generic ticket's worth $2, and if you want in on an event that you didn't sign up for, and there's an opening, you just give enough generic tickets to cover the cost, and you're in. 2 tickets for a $4 event, 3 tickets for a $6 event, you get the picture. Now, something you should know, and while the sign-up doesn't open until May 15th, you'll be able to browse the events starting in late April or early May. At this time, you'll be able to add events to a wish list so that when registration opens, you can just click on the Process My Wish List button and get tickets for all of them. This is important because you'll want to be prepared to do this at exactly noon on May 15th if you want the best chance of getting the events not selling out before you sign up.
I see. So, are all of the events listed on the Gen Con website?
Yeah, pretty much. All the official events, that is. There will, of course, be people setting up their own personal games and stuff all over the place. In the halls, on the sidewalk, in the back of a van. These are organic emergent events that can't be listed by their nature. I encourage you to go around and talk to people doing things in this way. You might find a really fun group that way, you know? Well, actually, don't join anyone's game in the back of a van. That's not really a good idea.
Is there any other place I need to go to get tickets?
Nope. Oh, you want a lengthy answer? Not for official Gen Con stuff, no. You get them either through the website, like I detailed in painfully excruciating detail just now, or you can also buy tickets at a booth located in the con.
So how do the tickets for Shadowrun mission games work?
Well, Catalyst Game Labs will have them posted to search on the Gen Con site when that goes up. Search for Shadowrun using the title or keyword or game or whatever, I don't know. They'll be listed by adventure title and code.
So do you find a particular kind of mission you want to run, and then buy a ticket for that mission?
Yeah, that's about how it goes. They're pretty specifically listed. They're listed as CMPs or SRMs. CMP is Convention Mission Pack and is a convention-exclusive mission. SRM stands for Shadowrun Missions. Now, of course, don't forget about generic tickets, okay? You can show up before the scheduled time for a mission to start at the Catalyst room and sign up for a game using generic tickets. Catalyst does an awesome job of making it so that everyone can play.
So do you just get assigned a random table with a random GM?
Well, yeah, sort of. Your ticket will sometimes have a table number on it, or you'll be told what table your particular game is being played at. And these tables are assigned GMs behind the scenes. And if you show up with generics, then you'll just get placed at a table that needs players.
Can you pick a particular GM?
Well, not really. I mean, I guess when you get to the room, you can try to rush over to a table with a GM you recognize, but it's not in any official way.
How about if you go with a friend? Can you and a friend sign up to ensure that you're going to play on the same table?
Well, of course you can. I mean, this would be a terribly stupid event if you couldn't do that. Play with your friends, you know? When you get to the game room, you'll just find the tables that are hosting the game you signed up for. Now, you guys just both go to the same table, and you'll be playing together. Also, if you're worried about tickets selling out for one person and not the other, you can link your Gen Con accounts on the website. Go to your account page and click on My Friends and Family, and add a friend there. Once you do that, you can have one person buy tickets for everyone in the group all at once. This better ensures that you'll all have tickets to the event. It doesn't sell out.
Let's back up from just Shadowrun for a moment. So, are there events happening at Gen Con every day?
Oh, you better believe it. There are events happening every hour. I mean, you could be scheduled and busy for every minute of every day of the con. It's exhausting, though. Don't do it. Or do it, whatever, I don't care. Along those lines, though, and speaking of Shadowrun in particular, Ray Regal, the hombre that coordinates the Shadowrun play area, is friggin' a beast. He'll have dudes and dudettes running games for 12 plus hours a day at 10 or 12 or 16 whatever tables all at once. And, get this, and they always try to arrange for floater GM extra just in case enough players show up with generics and want to play. Ray and his volunteer GM crew take a lot of pride in how they try to never let a player get turned away. And I don't think they ever have. And these guys are just awesome. They're righteous chummers, and you tell them I said so.
Will do. So, is there any sort of vendor area at Gen Con where game companies can set up and do their demonstrations and stuff?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's part of the whole point, you know. It's called the dealer's room, and it's huge. The area by itself is the size of, or bigger than, most conventions across the country. Go there. Just go there. It's absurd. It's amazing. It's magical.
So, this sounds pretty big. How long does it take to see this whole dealer hall?
Well, you probably won't. And I don't mean that because I think you're asthmatic pansies or pirates hobbling around slowly on peg legs or something. But because the whole area is just ridiculous, for real. It's absurd. I'd give you give yourself at least a full day with no events scheduled to try and walk the aisles. If you go up and down, back and forth from aisle to aisle, one at a time a day, yeah, a day. If you're shopping and demoing and buying stuff and chatting with writers and developers and stuff, honestly, I think someone could spend their whole con at that vendor hall and be happy.
Well, sounds like time management is a big issue. So, as a Gen Con insider, how would you suggest that somebody that's never been to Gen Con before spend their time?
Well, so many people make the mistake of scheduling every minute of every day, trying to cram it all in. And if that's your thing, then go for it. I prefer, though, to schedule between 4 and 8 hours of my day for each of the days. The rest of the time, I like to wander. I like to try demos, go eat good food, flip through the catalog and find a game I want to try and crash with generic tickets, or to go play a second session of a new game I really do like. I'd also try to diversify a bit. Instead of just playing stuff I already know I like, go do a paint and take, or get to see how well you can paint a miniature in an hour and then take it home with you. Or go do a LARP and ham it up like a dork with fake accents overacting all the time. Go play a board game if you don't like board games, or card game if you don't like card games. Try new stuff. Just try new stuff. You're in gamer heaven, man. But that's me. Some folks just hit one game and hit it hard all con, and that works for them.
Well, bringing it back to Shadowrun, so what kind of Shadowrun meetups exist that are outside of the official Gen Con, events?
Well, not a lot, really. There are some seminars that Catalyst will run. There are events that are called, like, What's Up with Shadowrun, or What's Up with Catalyst Game Labs. That's not really an event, though. Usually you can find one or two meet and greet type things that are going on for, like, Q&A with writers or Shadowrun fiction writers, stuff like that.
So just in general, tell me and Bobby anything you would want us to know about events or event tickets while going to Gen Con.
One thing you assumed is that everyone has a character already written, but for those people that are just browsing, they may not have a character but still want to play. To solve that problem, we've got pre-gens or pre-generated character sheets for people who they can play with those. We also offer 2-hour first tastes for people who just want a quick game to see if they like the setting or mechanics. We also offer a build-a-runner workshop for people who want to make their first character but have no experience doing so, or just need help with their idea. But please, if you're bringing your own character, make sure that it's tasteful and won't make a troll blush. And if you follow the rules for Shadowrun Missions character creation laid out in our SRM FAQ. Another thing to mention is get your badges mailed to you. Just do it. It's not worth waiting in the horrendously long lines to get your badge. Just don't do it. And start now for making a wish list of things you want to do or try at the con. It'll save you some time and heartache signing up for things, trust me. But also, you can go and not sign up for any events and still have an awesome time. Don't underestimate those generic tickets.
All right, everybody, that's all we have today with our interview with our Gen Con insider. Tune in next week and see what we have for you then. And thank you, Mr. Mister.
No problem. I was glad I could help. You still validate parking, right?
So that was really cool. Mr. Mister talked to us and gave us the inside scoop. I didn't know you had such investigative journalistic skills and integrity.
In my other life.
It was hard-hitting journalism.
So some important takeaway points from that interview. One is that the event tickets will go on sale at the Gen Con website on May 15th.
Right, exactly. Now, you can get them at the con. Mr. Mister said that you can get them at the con, but you run the risk of some of the events that you want to see being sold out. So check out the website and maybe get them there. But you can get them at the con.
Right. And another thing to remember is that don't forget generic tickets. They're a form of currency at the convention.
Right. He explained to us that certain events cost a certain amount of money, and each generic ticket counts as like $2. He said that we should, load up with a pocket full of generics, just in case we run across something we didn't realize that we want to do. I think that's some good advice.
Yeah, it gives you a lot of flexibility. You don't have to just go to things you thought of beforehand.
Right. Now, I wanted to give a special thanks to some people who helped us put together that interview and helped me out. So I want to give a special thanks to Matt Lemon, Rusty Zimmerman, and then Reddit users Bruson, Captain Pantsless, and Odd Mage. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for helping us put together that sketch we just did. It was a lot of fun.
It really was.
So that's it for today's show. That was really great. We learned all about event tickets and how events work at Gen Con. Real quick before we go, I was contacted by Bob Volbrecht. He is a CDT RPG lead agent, whatever that means. It just happened to be his tag on the email he sent me, and I figured it sounded impressive, so I would give him that moniker because he probably earned it. He said he's looking for some volunteers for Shadowrun to run some Shadowrun games or work the booth doing kind of interactive introductions and demos for people. So that's really cool. If you want to volunteer, then there are rewards actually associated with volunteering. They're not just getting volunteers per se, they're gonna give you some thank you rewards for doing it. The reward tiers, so to speak, it's based on how much time you put in over the course of the con. Listed right here, I can't remember exactly what they are. Email him at, let me make sure I got this right, srconvention@gmail.com. Contact him, name's Bob Volbrecht. Just asked him about it. And
next month, we're going to be talking to our friend Grant. He is a veteran con goer, and so he knows all sorts of things about what you should do at cons, how to approach them, things to do, all that kind of stuff. So we are going to be with him next month. It's going to be a great interview, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. A good friend of mine, and he's going to teach us how it's done.
Yeah, so as always, we want you guys to give us some feedback. So any general tips or tricks, things for attending, participating, buying, anything to do with event tickets or events at Gen Con. We want to hear back from you.
Yeah, so just leave it down in the YouTube comments. Just let us know about all these different things. We need your help, remember? We're doing this for the first time. We don't know what we're doing. So help us out. And we're looking forward to talking to you guys next month about how to survive and attend a con and how to do it. How to do the things. Bye-bye. It's on the website. I actually looked. I can't tell you exactly where it is, but there is a little link on shuttles. Maybe if you Google or whatever your favorite web browser is or search engine.
We don't discriminate. Except for Internet Explorer. We definitely discriminate against Internet Explorer.
Maybe you can ask Jeeves